What's happening, TikTok? Before I started, it was 4:44 on my clock. So that is a message for someone that there is stability coming into your life. Although it may not seem like it, but things are going to level off, right? And it's funny because whoever I'm connecting with right now, I don't know what you've been through, but this is letting me know that you have a life of bliss that is coming to you, right? So if you have some struggles, if you have some disappointments, do know this. It's just the ebbs and flow of life. But you have some good things, like some material things that are going to come into your life that is just going to like knock you off your feet, right? You yourself can be very attractive. You may get a lot of attention and people like admire you. Okay. Um, I'm also seeing that these changes in your life probably took a while to come into place. It's like that, what they say, as above, so below. And although it can happen on the higher realm of life before it comes down, but it's still connected, not to get too deep with you, but just know that life and things can't be rushed. You have to go through the process too, right? So that's like you buy an airplane ticket and you are going to a destination to Jamaica next month. But even though you bought the ticket today, you're not leaving in for like a month. But you get, you go and buy your favorite dress, your favorite your hats, and your makeup. Basically what I'm saying is you just get everything prepared. Well, that's how life is. So just because you do something today, you're putting it in motion for tomorrow, right? So I just want you to know that, yes, you got beautiful things that are coming into your life. Just know things take time. There could have been some things that were like regressed or like pushed back for whatever reasonings. Maybe it was just like old patterns, old behaviors, old thought processes. But I think you've gotten past those things. I really think like the people who, or the person, because it could be just one person this message is for, whatever you were thinking, like a old ideology, like something that was very outdated with your thinking or your actions. Maybe you wasn't going to the gym before, but maybe now you're incorporating a more healthy lifestyle. This is just an example. I'm seeing that you are no longer settling for less. You're no longer giving up on yourself. You're no longer accepting things that just are not right for you. Even yourself, like believing that things that you can't do or you shouldn't do. It's like you took a different approach on yourself, right? I like that. It's also saying that maybe now you have more self confidence, more self acceptance of who and what you represent. Like your values change. What is that song by Pusha T? He got I think it's called Diet Coke. He goes, today's prices is not yesterday's prices, right? So it's like you increased your stock. If you get it, you get it, right? And maybe with all of those things, they're saying like people who slept on you, they're gonna be like, dang, she came up, like, whoa. Yeah, it's gonna have that type of effect because it's like you're coming out of a slumber, right? And all the efforts that you put into yourself, like you now are going to reap the rewards, right? Because remember, I told you it was 4:44 on the clock. So yeah, so you got some great things that's coming in for you, and people who doubted you, I don't know, I don't know. I told you, you're not settling for anything less anymore. Anybody who was half-heartedly giving you mediocre, what I say, today's prices is not yesterday's prices. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's see if these cards match the energy. Anything else for this beautiful collective, Spirit? Okay. So this is letting me know you may have some frenemies. You got some people who were in your corner that maybe all they did was just like to take. They only came around, or the new term now is like monitoring spirits. People who just come around just to check and see and make sure you're not doing better than them. So you could have had some frenemies, people who just was just coming around to make sure that you wasn't leveling up too fast and really wanted you like in the sleep paralysis. be careful. You know, as you're saying goodbye to certain people, places, and things, you might have a stalker, right? So just be careful of your surroundings because everybody can't go to where you're going, sunshine. I'm sorry. Okay, that's that love spell, right? Um, you may have somebody who is saying that they love you, right? This could be somebody who came across very hard, right? A tree is very solid, like it is not malleable, it is hard. And you could have somebody who brings out a softness in you, and it can apply either way because some girls can be very hard and aggressive. But somebody who was very like not very open with their feelings, this person is now able to be vulnerable with you, right? And this could be you too, right? Vulnerable and be more expressive and say, hey, how they really feel. Hey, I love you. And maybe they just realize now that they see the genuineness, the softness, the like the yin and the yang. Like maybe you compliment them or vice versa. What else, Spirit? For this beautiful collector. This card wanted to come out. I'm gonna see what it is, right? So you could be moving, and it don't necessarily have to be a physical move, but you could be moving, right? You could be changing things around in your home, but this is letting me know that maybe in a intellectual way or in a spiritual way, you could be changing things because move just means change, right? From one space to another. So you definitely changing, and you making plans. You got big plans. You could be, sorry for the glare. You could be moving and or buying new furniture, redecorating your home, um, even spending more time with your children and or having children or being around children. I'm also getting the energy that they want you to be more childlike. And what I mean by that, when children do something or they experience something, they look at it with wonder, like, oh my God, like it's something new to the world. To you, it's not. But to them, it's like they're seeing life through a new set of lenses. And maybe that's what you're going through right now. You're going through like this transformation because, like I said, you're coming out of a slumber. And the way you used to do things, it's like things that was regressed, that you had suppressed, didn't want to address. Maybe you acted childlike. I'm just saying, when you think of regression, you think of somebody who acts younger, right? Because it's not repressed. But you might start seeing changes as soon as this week or this weekend, right? Okay. Trying to think, is there anything else I want to say to you before there was another deck I wanted to use that just came to mind? And I can't put my finger on it right now. I'm trying to think, energy. That's all right. It just wasn't meant. Anything else for this beautiful collective they need to know? Okay, I hope y'all had a beautiful Valentine's. But listen, let me tell y'all, for some of those out there who are in the midst of a breakup or didn't get anything for Valentine's, let me tell you, you better love on you. Because Valentine's is every day, right? And it could be your birthday. It could be just because today is Sunday. It could be because I want to celebrate life, right? I think you should just celebrate you on any given day and not just a day that society or whomever has put and said this is what you're supposed to do, right? Right. So you got a lot of successes that is coming, my beloved. All right, Shug. You got a lot of successes. I see it. It's here. You know, you got some people who want you. What did they say? They like me when I was ashy and something, right? Like Ashy Larry from In Living Color. I think it was In Living Color, right? Yeah, no. We letting those people and places and situations go. But you got some success coming, my dear. Anything else for this beautiful collective? Right. Be careful of people who, like I said, like these frenemies, distractions. Like it's like this. Sometimes as we're elevating, going up to another level, life will bring people in your life to divert you. Okay. Take with that how you may. Like I said, you may have people who are like monitoring spirits to come to see to make sure you're not doing too good or doing better than you. And it could be people in your family, it could be friends. But this is saying that you got someone who is diverting you from your goals, who are interference and deterring and hindrance. Just do like a mental check, like who really is in my corner, who just come around when. Let me tell you how you can check it out. When they come around, how do you feel? Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? Like when they come, do they make you feel overjoyed? Do they make you feel like, man, I can move a mountain? Or are they just people who just, what you're like, damn, when they leave, you got to spray your house down with Lysol, wipe stuff down, right? Because this is saying you got some fake friends, people who really you've outgrown. Okay, that's part of that repression. I'm sorry. It says you got some people in your circle who are envious, gossiping, shady. They have like they just throwing the evil eye, like negative energy towards you. And your cousin Lena G here wants you to be cognizant now that you're coming out of this slumber, like a sleeping beauty. You're gonna now start to see who really got your back, like who really is there for you, or who just there just to have their hand out, right? Stop doing so much for folks and see who really stay and who see who got something sly to say to you. And triggering insecurities, damaging your confidence, creating doubt and lowering self-esteem. Remember I said back here that you've come into acceptance, right? You're coming to acceptance where you're having a little bit more self-confidence about yourself. You have to understand some people they pick up on energy, they pick up on um this, how do I want to say this, you have people who can see and sense weakness. Okay, I mean that with all the love in my heart. But you got people who come in and they can sense weaknesses, and they pry on that, right? And this is what I'm gonna say to you: if you know who you are, can't nobody tell you what you're not, right? Hopefully y'all stay to the end of this message, right? So as long as, and you could be new in your confidence now, right? Where you could just tell somebody one, two, three, what it is and what it ain't. You have to be so strong with your confidence that you can go tell somebody to blow themselves. Okay. I just want you to be cognizant that you got people as you're trying to elevate. It's like this: when you on a plane and the more you ascend up, you get turbulence, right? And the plane start vibrating or vibrating, going up and down. That's what's going on with you. You're leveling up, right? And every time you level on up, like you graduate from high school to college, you get promotions and things like that, and you start seeing the people who was originally with you, you're gonna start seeing them going down. Not going down, but like they're not coming up to the next level with you. And this is what this is. And so sometimes those same people want to come back and tell you, I remember when. So maybe you used to be a girl around the block. Maybe you used to do a little something, something like drugs. Maybe you used to do something that was so hideous that people want to remind you, even though you're not there anymore, what you used to do. Those types of things, to trigger you. Okay. But that's what I want you to be aware of. And we're just going to close it up with these two things. Um, Funny, this last card came out. Okay. Um, you may have some people that may want to come back and extend an olive branch to you, right? Because remember, I told you, you got a stalker. So somebody who used to be in your immediate circle, somebody that you cut off, you gave boundaries to, somebody may want to come back, right? And make amends, make the rights, the wrongs to rights, right? Um, do this at your caution, right? If anything you can forgive doesn't mean you have to forget, right? Be careful. Treat people for how they treat you. DMX said it best. He don't cut people off, but he accept them for where they are right then and there. So meaning that if I told you something and you went back and you told someone else, I know now I can't tell you secrets, right? Just gauge that, right? You got somebody that's missing you. Like I said, somebody is stalking you because somebody want to come back. They want to spin the block. This is missing you. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. Let me turn this off. Hold on. Can you see it now? Right. So you got somebody that is missing you and want to come back. Now, what I'm about to say was the last card. I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm going to spin it so you can understand for those who are not into alchemy things. Spiritual protection, right? That could be just reading the 91st Psalms or the 23rd Psalms. What I'm saying is, don't walk blindly through the valley of death, right? Where you have people who smile on your face and then they're wishing bad upon you. That could be an aura cleanse. It could be outside walking in nature. If you live near beaches like salt water, go out into the water and meditate and pray because the salt water will cleanse you, right? That's why when you go to a church and you have baptism, it's to cleanse you, right? Well, you can go to the ocean and cleanse yourself, but you got to stay protected. Keep yourself protected because as you're elevating up, you got people who don't want to see you do no better than where you were and where they left you. Okay, my dear, I didn't mean for this to take so long, but I had to give it to you. I had to give it to you. I love y'all. Leave your girl a message and see you next time. Peace.